Hello everybody. This is going to be a quick video to help you get into lab number 14 and building circuits. So here's how it looks. We've got the lab template as usual, which kind of walks you through the different places that you need to upload pictures. So you can just take a screenshot and you can put them into each of these places. As you put those in, just make sure that it actually shows what it says in each part to show. So here's how you're going to build the circuits. If you click on this circuit construction kit, it should bring up a simulation. You can either go into the intro and play around, or you can click directly on the lab part, and that will bring you into this area where you can build circuits. And so all you need to do is grab a battery and some wires, and the wires will automatically kind of connect when they're close enough to a connection. You're going to grab some light bulbs, some switches, and you can grab these and turn them in lots of different ways. You can extend your wires out and move things around. And so the simplest type of circuit that you could start out making, you might picture, is something like this. You flip the switch and the light bulb goes on. This is called a series circuit because when this is on, you see the electrons are able to flow around directly around a single loop like this. And so this is a series circuit. Now, in your lab, what you're going to try to do, and I'll be giving away some of the answers here by showing this to you, but what you're going to try to do is situations with two light bulbs. And you can see how now I have two light bulbs wired in series, and this makes both light bulbs turn on. One of your challenges that you're trying to do is you're going to find a way to put a second switch somewhere in this and see if you can make it so that you need both switches to be switched closed for the two light bulbs to light. And another one is where you want to have where they only light when the two switches, well, let's see exactly what it says here. If you look at number 2, show a circuit where both switches being flipped to the on position would be the only time that the light bulb would turn on. So for number 2, notice that if we just did a simple thing here where we put them both in, it seems to me like both of those would need to be flipped to the on position, and if either one of them are opened up, then the light does not turn on. So we want, it only turns the lights on when both switches are closed. So there are many examples of how you could set up a circuit to do that for number 2, but what you want to do is then take a picture of this, do a screenshot of this circuit that you've built, and then you can just put that into your lab report. That would be a good example of number 2. For number 1, you could do the same idea, but it says show a circuit where the battery is on fire. So you're going to try to picture, oh, okay, so how do I make my battery actually go on fire? Well, we had talked before about how the reason that a battery might be on fire is if, let's see if I can connect this. If the electrons just flow directly through and they're going so fast through that the friction of them going through is going to heat everything up. So that's why this battery is catching on fire. So you have to be careful that if you don't want your battery to catch on fire, you have to make sure that you're actually going through the light bulbs. You're not bypassing the light bulbs completely. So something like this, and we've got our electrons going up through this light bulb and then through the other light bulb and then down. And so just like when we were in class, we saw how in a light bulb you have to connect to the bottom and then it goes through here and it's also connected to the side. So that's why one of these connections is on the side and the other is on the bottom. So each of the correct circuits that you feel like you have, you're just going to take a screenshot. You're going to put them into your lab report here, and then you'll have a little bit of a conclusion about what you learned. And I don't want to give all of these away of exactly how to build the circuit, because the whole point of this lab is to play around with circuits and try to build them in different ways and see what you can get to happen. So good luck, and if you have any other questions, just send me an email or a comment in Google Classroom.